Hey guys, it's Lucas Sharp here, back again with another little video. Man, college football starts in 12 days. Oh my goodness. The college football season is literally in pissing distance. Oh my goodness, man. It's so good to see. College football is basically somewhat back. The AP poll drops today at 12 o'clock. It's actually 11:48 right now. By the time I post this video, the AP poll will probably already be out, because it comes out at 12 o'clock today. But I didn't want to, you would think that I would come on here to talk about the AP poll, talk about what my rankings were. To be honest with you, no, I'm not. I'm here to talk about our favorite team, the everybody's favorite team in all of college football, the Georgia Bulldogs. Oh my goodness, man. Georgia fans have to be the most ignorant, obnoxious fans in all of college football. I'm pretty sure everybody can agree with this. People say, oh, Tennessee fans are bad, Michigan fans are bad, Ohio State fans are bad. I think we can all put our differences aside and admit that the Georgia Bulldogs are the worst fan base in college football. I don't care what anybody says. They are the worst fan base in all of college football. Literally nobody worse than a Georgia fan. And you know what's funny? I came on here to talk about the Georgia Bulldogs, which, by the way, the Georgia Bulldogs, one-trick pony. Georgia Bulldogs, they can talk about, oh, what are you talking about, one-trick pony? Tennessee's offense, Tennessee is a one-trick pony. All they have is that offense that anybody could be able to stop if they have a good defense. Because it's gimmicky and everything, blah, blah, blah. Which, listen here, Georgia fans want to say that Tennessee's offense is gimmicky. Literally, they're the only people I would think is saying Tennessee's offense is gimmicky. I mean, I don't care if it's a gimmick. Oh, it's because you go fast and bust open a coverage before anybody's able to get there. So, who cares? We're scoring points, and that's all that matters. If the offense is gimmicky, then so be it. I like scoring points. It don't matter how gimmicky it is. Just score points. And Georgia fan, back to the one-trick pony thing for the Georgia people. Georgia fans will say, "What are you talking about? We're good at football." That's the only sport you're good in. But you brag about, you only care about Tennessee baseball and basketball when it's the postseason and they lose. Literally, there's no such thing as a Georgia baseball or a Georgia basketball fan until Tennessee loses in either baseball or basketball. That's the only way you'll be able to find a freaking Georgia fan. Because, you know, Georgia fans, they can't keep Tennessee's nutsacks out of their mouths. Because all they can do is talk about Tennessee. Literally, they talk about Tennessee, it seems like, more than their own dang team. Man, C-Dog was right. A few years ago, I said, if Georgia won the national championship, I'd be upset, but I'd rather them win it than Alabama. Boy, was I wrong. C-Dog was right. Honestly, now that I think about it, I'd rather have Alabama win the national championship than Georgia, to be honest with you. Because, listen, Alabama fans, I don't really have a problem with Alabama fans. Besides the fact, you know, Bear Bryant, Nick Saban, woo. Alabama fans, most Alabama fans, like I've talked to on Twitter and YouTube and all that, they're actually pretty cool. Not gonna lie, they're pretty nice people. And not to mention, they actually know their football. So yeah, I kind of like Alabama fans, to be honest with you. I mean, I like them more than Georgia fans. But yeah, Georgia, you're a one-trick pony. You're good at football. That's the only thing you're good at. Basketball, garbage. You haven't been to the Final Four since, what, 1970-something? My goodness. Baseball team, congratulations. You won a national championship like a million years ago. Softball team, I mean, I think your softball team is actually pretty good, not going to lie. Women's basketball team, I think it's actually pretty solid too, but still not very good. And you know what's crazy? If you don't know, Tennessee achieved something amazing in last year's academic year. Tennessee became the first NCAA school to win a New Year's Six Bowl, make the Sweet 16 in men's basketball, make the Sweet 16 in women's basketball, make the College World Series, and make the Women's College World Series in the same academic year. Nobody has been able to do that except Tennessee in the same academic year. Literally nobody. Tennessee's the only team to ever be able to do it. And what did Georgia fans do? They go like, oh, you didn't win no natties in those sports, did you? You didn't win no natties. You didn't win no natties. Well, yes, I agree. Winning a national championship winning a national championship is the ultimate goal for every single team. And we should have won the baseball national championship a few years ago. We were the 1 seed. We had arguably, if they would have won it all, arguably the best baseball team in the history of history. But, of course, they wasn't able to do that. But yeah, Georgia fans literally have no room to talk. They are terrible in every single sport besides football. Like, literally, they just need to stop. They're literally terrible in every single sport besides football. They are a one-trick pony when it comes to athletics. While Tennessee, they have football going right now. Men's basketball, who I think is going to be really good again this year. If they don't win the SEC, it's a bust of a season. Women's basketball, who I think will be solid, but I don't think they'll win the SEC. Tennessee baseball. Honestly, I think they win the East this year. They're returning a lot of talent, and they're bringing in a lot of talent from the transfer portal and in recruiting. So if Tennessee don't win the East this year, I'm going to be upset. In women's softball, they made it to the Women's College World Series last year. Had a really good run. I actually made it to basically the Final Four. But yeah, I think our athletic teams is going to be really good again. But I need to talk about that. I need to make a video about that. I need to talk about if one of those teams was to win a natty, which one would it be? Because hopefully somebody brings the natty home to Knoxville. I'd be there. I'd be down to watch that. Go down to Knoxville and watch that natty parade. But yeah, listen, Georgia, the things about Georgia fans, I don't get it. They go around and freaking bark at people. I mean, literally, which is absolutely weird. And not to mention, if their team isn't number one, if you put them at number two, because if you don't know, there's actually quite a bit of people I've seen thinking that Michigan will win the national championship this year, which, don't get me wrong, is possible. I think Michigan's going to be a really good team this year, no doubt. It kind of wouldn't shock me if they won it all. I think Michigan's going to be really good. But literally, I don't think it's going to happen. But if Georgia's ranked number 2 in the AP poll, which I don't think they will, they're going to be ranked number 1. But if they're ranked number 2, Georgia fans are going to come out of the woodworks and say, "Oh, you're doubting us. You're doubting us. You're doubting us." That's what they're going to do. They're going to say that they're down. Literally, no one is doubting you, Georgia. No one is doubting you. Everyone knows you're a good team. Of course, everybody's preying on your downfall, but everybody knows you're a good team. All I gotta say is, Georgia fans, I don't care. Y'all are losing in Knoxville this year.